We all own a smartphone, tablet or laptop which has allowed us to enter the world of Web 2.0, the web of people. In other words, a new version of the World Wide Web where we are all connected and interact via social networking sites, blogs, video sharing, web applications, and the list goes on. But as we share photos, subscribe to newsletters, make purchases and write reviews, have we allowed our privacy to be taken away? Is privacy dead? Does it matter? Companies can track our movement on their websites via cookies, allowing them to send us personalised offers and promotions based on our click history. Handy, right? Well, not all the time. Some companies take cyber stalking to the extreme. We've all been a victim of this. You look at some raunchy underwear and for the next 2 months the very same underwear appears on every website you visit. More of an embarrassing annoyance than a convenience. Companies can legally analyse information you voluntarily published on a public domain, along with data others share, to generate an insight about you. Content analysis of your comments and posts can allow them to create a picture of your personality, understanding your interests, hobbies, political views, etc. Your friends with similar traits can then be clustered together and targeted. But it doesn't just stop there. It is possible for others to chart the places you visit on a map from the GPS of the photographs you and your friends post on social networks. This has been made even more easier due to social networks prompting us to tag the location of where the photo was taken before we upload it. On a larger scale, this sense of Big Brother surveillance can help government security to monitor social networks and identify any threats, such as security risks and terrorist threats.
Now let's take a closer look at our online identities. One word: tattoos. Why tattoos? Well, tattoos shout out messages and stories without the need of words. But not everyone has a tattoo. Or do they? Suppose Facebook, Twitter, Google, LinkedIn, digital devices, security cameras, etc., are all forms of electronic tattoos, which provide the entire cyber world who and what you are, just like any tattoo should do. As a consequence, all of the information voluntarily posted on the web turn into inerasable stories. Posts, blogs, photos, once they're on the web, they remain on the web. The data we choose to post, like tagged photos of friends and family, help to create a database of faces. This is used to identify the same faces in other photos, facial recognition. And with this come all of our online identities. Scary, right? It is now increasingly difficult to hide from your past, keep the present private and secure a safe future. But it's not all doom and gloom. Facial recognition allows barriers against issues like immigration. Officials can identify authenticity using photo albums to see if a relationship is genuine.
In today's day and age, your online footprint and social media pages are just as important, if not more important, than your actual CV. This can be further emphasised by the fact that they can actually be the reason for you not getting a job or being fired from the one that you currently have. A survey conducted by JobVite in 2014 provides data that shows that 93% of hiring managers will review a candidate's online social profile before making a hiring decision, and over half have reconsidered candidates for what they have found on there. It isn't necessarily what you put on social media pages that are the problem, it's what your friends or family put up that can be the problem. If you are seen to be linked to any inappropriate behaviour, be it drugs, racism or any other frowned upon issues, it can severely hamper the possibility of you being hired. Once an image is put on the web, it is always there, whether you're still tagged in it or not. This can be seen with the case of Justine Sacco, who put a racial comment on Twitter that resulted in her getting fired from her job, regardless of the fact that it had nothing to do with said job. Privacy online isn't an option these days when applying for a job, because digital literacy is required in over 80% of jobs, and if you aren't showing your own pages, it comes off as suspicious to employers.
The best way to really understand a social network is to represent it visually. A social graph of a network reveals the entire reach of the network with a clear view of the social structure, the social connections, and interconnection of multiple social groups. On a privacy level, social graphs do not lead to direct invasion of privacy, but they do provide details of a network which can be exploited to gain information which might lead to privacy concerns. Two parameters of a social graph can be analyzed and exploited to gain more information about the network: the node degree and the clustering coefficient.
Sure, social media marketing can be a useful tool for marketing companies, but probably not for those at the other end of the stick. Social media marketers can gain access to your data, and this can be a breach to your privacy because you have no control of what companies see of your browsing history and the way they advertise to you. But think about it this way: As social media users, haven't we basically thrown out our own privacy by inputting personal information about ourselves on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+? And doesn't this make social media a goldmine for consumer data? So doesn't it mean machines will be generating most of the data and leave us out of control of our own privacy? This is why we call Web 3.0 the semantic web.